The Tema heavy industrial area is on a ticking time bomb due to the high level of risk it is exposed to. Its deplorable roads is making it difficult for regulators to access the enclave to offer prompt attention to occupational hazards such as fuel leakages and accidents. George Quaining was there and reports.
This is the Tema heavy industrial area. Here you can find refineries, fuel depots, melting companies, among others. It's a very busy area. But one major challenge here is the accessibility to these companies due to deplorable roads. Workers, fuel tanker and haulage drivers alike have had to deal with this setback for more than 15 years. There are some workers who even pay double the fare because commercial drivers are unwilling to ply the roads. Some fuel tanker drivers tell me how much of their income goes into regular maintenance. Business in this area has reduced drastically. Last year, for instance, a tanker overturned on its way to a fuel retailing outlet after transporting fuel from one of the depots.
It almost crashed onto another smaller vehicle that was passing, and it was a very, very deadly scene. Someone could have been killed or someone could have been severely injured. Luckily, they could not fall off, but nobody had any severe injury.
Even this taxi has not been spared. The situation is troubling, these drivers tell me.
In fact, Mr. can't tank almost about since 95. I can't tank another road we still cry.
The roads have been bad for a very long time. Successive governments come and go, but nothing changes. Cutting fuel from this enclave is very difficult.
In fact, several probably are very difficult.
We are really suffering. I almost fell in a ditch while exiting the depot. The contractor's work is not impressive at all.
Kwabena Baswa is concerned about companies in the enclave supporting government efforts in reshaping the deplorable roads.
1977, still Sahara industrial area.
The roads have been bad since 1977, but this is an industrial area. Government cannot do everything alone. We need support.
Workers of existing depots and refineries are equally worried. Diversion to the area is virtually non-existent. Most companies in this area are regulated by the Ghana National Fire Service, MPA and EPA, and activities here mostly border on pollution and health hazards. In case where there is even a fire outbreak or leakages in any of these depots, it requires the attention of these regulators to come and assess the situation. In most instances, it takes hours or even not at all because of the deplorable roads. And so you can imagine the repercussion.
Fire service has complained a lot of times. They are one of our major pliers of this route to attend to emergencies in the enclave. Anytime that happens and they're able to access the place, we have found wanting.
Managers continue to count their losses, especially with the onset of the rains, as it mostly brings businesses to a halt.
It really hampers our businesses in this area. Oftentimes, there's been a lot of times we complain to the authorities. We remember they came to cut a sod about 2 or 3 years ago for dualization of those roads. After the sod cutting, no action.
Officials of the National Fire Service are worried about the impact on their responsiveness to industrial fires.
Looking at a strategic place like the Asogli power plant, which is within the enclave of that area, our men spend close to 30 minutes to be able to leave their station to a fire around that area, which shouldn't be the case. The probable nature of the road is not getting any better. It's getting worse, you know. So the worse it gets, the more likelihood lives, you know, will be in danger. So I believe a timely intervention would help save a lot of lives and properties within the enclave.
The situation persists in New Takoradi in the western region. The roads leading to the depots were worse until they were patched with laterite. Relevant stakeholders at the Tema heavy industrial area, including tanker drivers, depot and refinery workers, say they've called on government severally to intervene, but these calls have proved futile. For them, government should not watch on until the worst happens. George Quaining, TV3 News, Tema heavy industrial area.